more than 24 hours since CNN published its report tying Mark Robinson to sexually explicit and racist comments on a porn site, the Harris campaign is out with a new ad highlighting the relationship between former President Trump and Robinson. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Dan Haggerty. Democrats are hoping to take advantage of this moment. They're connecting Robinson to as many Republican candidates as they possibly can. Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie is here now with some more of the connections that they're trying to make, Laura.
Dan, the proverbial ink was barely dry on CNN's bombshell investigation before Democrats jumped onto the potential opportunity to pick up more votes in a key battleground state. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris were statistically neck and neck in the latest WRAL News poll. Democrats were hoping Robinson, who fared worse in the polls, might pull Trump down with him. Then came the CNN investigation linking Robinson's name, email, and date of birth to a user account that posted dozens of sexually graphic and racist comments on a porn website. Democrats worked quickly to capitalize on that story. The Harris campaign has already unveiled a new North Carolina ad featuring clips of Robinson and Trump.
And he's been an unbelievable Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson.
For me, there is no compromise on abortion.
I think you're better than Martin Luther King.
Meantime, overnight, new billboards went up across the state quoting Trump's praise of Robinson. "We have to cherish Mark. He's an outstanding person." DNC Chair Jamie Harrison said the party bought the ad space just hours after the story broke. Democratic Attorney General candidate Jeff Jackson also posted a video on social media showing his Republican rival Dan Bishop endorsing Robinson.
And he and I are close friends, frankly.
Includes some disturbing and rather graphic comments.
I want to be part of Mark Robinson's new majority.
Robinson called himself a, quote, black Nazi.
Democratic Governor Roy Cooper said you can expect to see a lot more ads like this.
Republicans have tied themselves to Mark Robinson. That is obvious from everything they have said about him, supporting him. And I think the people of North Carolina need to take notice of the fact that these Republican leaders, people who are running for office, have continued to support him and still to this very minute are continuing to support him.
Western Carolina political scientist Chris Cooper says there's not much else they can do at this point. The deadline for Robinson to withdraw from the race is already passed.
The Republican Party is in a really tough spot now, right? I mean, he is the nominee. He's likely to stay the nominee, but he is beyond damaged at this point. The GOP leaders are just trying to figure out what to do here.
Mark Robinson has repeatedly said he did not make the inflammatory comments reported by CNN. Many Republicans say they believe him and still support him. Some are even tweeting about it under the hashtag #StandWithMark. But others are distancing themselves, including the Republican Governors Association, which has reportedly canceled a fundraiser scheduled for him next week.
All right, Laura, thank you. So Robinson, again, said he is sticking in this race. If he were to drop out there, though, hypothetically, here's how that would play out. So Election Day is still several weeks out, of course, but the general election starts now. It's too late to reprint ballots. Absentee ballots were mailed out just today. State law says if Robinson drops out, it would be up to then the state Republican Party to pick a replacement. That replacement would not be listed on the ballot, though. But if Robinson ended up winning despite not being in the race, the party could transfer his votes to the other replacement candidate.